Oskar, we both know that in order to have a legal wedding, you need to have 2 witnesses. Have you ever had it, though, where the named witnesses on the paperwork haven't, for whatever reason, been able to witness the ceremony?
Absolutely. I've had a couple of situations where witnesses couldn't make it to the wedding, literally on the day of the wedding as well. So it's something that couples then worry about, is obviously they've already got the schedule in their hands, they've been for the appointment, collected it, it's all written out for them. So we know as celebrants, as marriage officers with the National Records of Scotland, that we can make certain adjustments.
Yeah.
We note any changes, whether there's a spelling error. This doesn't just apply to the witnesses. This could be our name, the spelling of the name. That could be spelling of the witnesses' names, addresses, changes and stuff like that as well. So we've got the opportunity, and we don't want you to stress about this. We do have an opportunity to update this. And things happen in life, and we can work with that.
Yeah, and I suppose it's a good thing. There's 2 things out of that struck me. The first thing is whenever I speak to my couples about picking up their schedule, is making sure they check it for those spellings before they leave. I mean, if a witness has changed, that's different, but check it, recheck it just before you leave the office, because then they can fix it.
Yeah. Especially if it's tricky names, like my sometimes gets misspelled, even by the registrars that have issued multiple marriage schedules with my name before. It's just a typo something.
Exactly. Human error happens, right? And then the other thing to say is that we check our names, but we do in Fuze have this wonderful system of a backup system. So if anything happens to our celebrants, we've got a wonderful array of celebrants that could come in on the day and deliver the same script that our couple has signed off. And so there could be a change in celebrant. It rarely happens, but it's good comfort for the couple to know that they will be married by somebody that is a legal marriage officer and delivering the script that they agreed. And that is all fine. We can fix that on the day, so they don't stress.
Absolutely. That actually has happened to me. One of our colleagues, George McLean, covered one of the stems for me because unfortunately I took unwell. And life happens. It's just the reality of the circumstance. And George picked up a fully written script. We've got a backup system in Fuze. And he was able to step into the role and kind of look after the couple. And it was all done fully legally. There was no concerns with the delivery of the service for the couple. So in terms of the impact on the couple, it was there, obviously, of a change of a celebrant at late notice. But service was provided through and through, and actually George sent me a selfie with the couple, all happy, smiling. So it was a lovely thing, and it's a peace of mind for us, but also a peace of mind for a lot of our couples as well. And one of the things that we get asked a lot about is how to involve mums. The dads quite often traditionally walk the brides on the aisle. The dads do the speeches later in the day. What about mums? How can we involve our mums in the ceremony, Hannah?
Yeah, so I mean, listen, your mum is just as important, right? And being a mum myself, I actually gave birth to my children, so it would be quite nice to get that recognition, right? And I know a lot of couples want to do that. Yeah. There are so many ways, and sometimes it depends on the personality of your mums. So if you don't want them to be centre of stage, etc., maybe not. A lot of couples choose to make a moment of walking their mothers down the aisle, so a change of music for the mothers coming down the aisle. I had a wedding recently where the mothers accompanied one another because there was only the mothers, there was no fathers, so they accompanied each other down the aisle, which I thought was a really lovely device. I personally, the one that sticks in my mind is a wedding I had this year where the couple were really wanting to involve their mums, but they wanted to make it a surprise. And so what they did was name them as witnesses to the wedding, but didn't tell them. And what we did at the beginning of the wedding was I asked the mothers to stand up, and I said some words that they'd wanted to share with their mothers about how proud of them they were and how they were instrumental in the people that they are today. And what I did was say, given all of this, would you be have the privilege of witnessing this marriage? And I asked them both to say I do, and got everyone to give them a round of applause, which was just so lovely. And they really appreciated that. It was really nice. I
can imagine it being quite emotional for them as well, because it's the surprise element, but also the recognition element as well. And you're already in this bubble of emotions as it is. So
exactly.
So sweet. So obviously, my husband and I, we were married in same-sex ceremony by a humanist as well. And quite often, it's our dads are fantastic, and that's were instrumental in our upbringing. But for both of us, mums were just a little bit closer to us, and we wanted to recognise that in the ceremony as well. So we had both of our mums actually walk us into the ceremony as well. We took turns walking on the outside of the aisle, bringing the mums in, and then we walked out from the ceremony together. But that was one of the recognitions as well. But when I do get asked, how could we incorporate our mums? There's a lovely symbolic gesture, a ritual you could call it, and we call this unity candle.
Okay.
And that's where I see quite often mums participating in that moment. There's two parts to it. You've got one at the start of the ceremony, one towards the end, where we ask mums to come forward and light the family candle. So you get a 3-armed candelabra and 3 candles on it, and we light the candles for the families, representing the upbringing and the support that the couple has received, and the love and the support that they're getting on their wedding day as well. Mums can come up, light the candle, even say a few words if they wish to do so as well, and then they take a seat. The ceremony continues, we do the legal vows, and only then the couple pick up the flames from the family candles and light their own family candle from this day forward, if you like the pun, not intended. So yeah, that's a popular one for me as well. Have you had any other things?
Not personally, but I have seen other celebrants do something similar to the sort of giving away aspect. So,
Right.
Traditionally the father of the bride will give away the bride, which has gone way out of fashion, quite rightly. But I've seen other celebrants do something which is they bring up the mothers to the couple, and before the couple have said their vows, they ask their mothers to give them a last kiss or a last hug as a single person, because at that point, like a bit like the analogy of the unity candle, that's your family as it stands there, and this is them saying, not goodbye, because that would be awful, wouldn't it? But just this is the last time that you will be a single person, and then sort of sending you off to create your new family, which I just think is a lovely sentiment. So
Absolutely, and I think there's so many elements to the ceremony when you can involve family members, not just mums. We're talking about mums here specifically. Actually bringing family, friends, those are close to you.
yeah.
There's a kind of secondary dimension added to the ceremony as well, and it's a lot more inclusive. So we both encourage our couples to do that.
Yeah, exactly. I encourage some people don't know how to involve family members, and so it's talking through those symbolic gestures that we can include people that doesn't involve doing a reading, which is the traditional sort of way you include people.